Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link. How you spell ooh-wee? Somebody put it in the chat because that's my word of the day. Ooh-wee. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. Ooh, plunging neckline. Uh-oh. See what happened when you lose a little weight? Get all up in your head. Think you're all that. Don't hate, congratulate. I'm being silly today because why not? You know, seriously, why not? There's a reason. There's a reason. Laughter is the best medicine because when you smile, everything goes up, right? So listen, anybody out there today feeling some kind of way? You need a word? Well, hang around. We got more than just a word for you. We got a whole 56 minutes worth and a great guest for you today. Sid McNairy's back with a lot to catch us up on. And we're going to talk. How did I leave that up there? Well, that's where I was last night. Look, I for once pointed to the corner with the right. You know how it is. It's like rubbing your head, patting your belly. You go the wrong direction. Yes, I was in Chicago downtown last night. It was another late night. And by the time it was finished, Sid, I think I sent you the link at 1:08, if you know it's right. And still had almost 40 minutes of work left before I hit. But you know what, you guys, if you're looking for energy, then go plug into the source. Go plug into the source. You know, everybody begin Red Bull give you wings. Okay, we're gonna see how that work out. Go jump off. No, let me stop that. How you gonna start that avalanche? Yeah. Red Bull. 5-minute energy drinks. Look at all the things. Look at the lines. Here we go. Look at the lines. It's the monologue. Don't worry. It ain't a sermon. It's the monologue. But it's a word. I warned you. Look at the coffee shops. I marvel. Don't just drive past phenomena. When you drive past things that don't make sense, that you go, I wonder what that is. What's the big attraction? You should pay attention. Because if you can drive or dismiss a phenomenon, then you most likely can dismiss or miss a miracle. And guess what? If you miss a miracle, you missed yourself because you're a miracle. It's true. It's true. Look at all the things that prove to us how miraculous we truly are. So take that and start your day as the miracle you are. Because listen, y'all, if we forget who we are, next we're going to forget where we're at, and then comes forgetting why you're even there. Sound familiar? Can I get an amen? I'll throw one on the screen. There you go. Listen, hide it under a bushel. No, you guys share it. If you feel something, if you sense something, if you see something, and it doesn't feel right, change it. It starts with your mind. You don't got to jump in and physically do anything, but acknowledge it and say, you know what? One day, that's going to be replaced with something greater. There you go. There we go. All right. We are in agreement. Anybody out there ever done yoga? Huh? I really had the intention set once, and it lasted good. I'm so glad to this day, y'all, that I was in Target, almost bought that. It was lavender yoga mat, had a little symbol thing in the mouth, ridges and everything. That's cute, cushy. I opened it up and laid on it, but I said, well, let me go see. I went to the yoga place, and the only seat available was in the very front row. And right when I walked in the door, they were like, wait, oh, here, there's a spot here. And then they started to try to put that right foot behind their head. And that's the last. They're probably still there for all I know, because I was out the door, baby. But now I'm thinking two things. I want to try Tai Chi. I see older people doing it, and that could lead me. That's what Spirit told me. Start somewhere else. That didn't mean quit and run out the door. It meant look for a better entry point. And so today, I want to ask about that, you guys. He's been here before. He's not just a yoga guru. You'll find, you may have seen him if you hang out with Gaia, you follow them. You'll see they sponsor, they're behind his work. And so are a lot of other people and a lot of other things. He's not a man of one color. He's like a paint strip of purpose. He's got a whole bunch of things that shade the world in purpose, in peace. Here he comes, you guys. Put your hands together. That's putting hearts on the screen virtually, right? As we welcome Sid McNairy. Here he comes. Let's see. What do I want to play for Sid's entrance? Okay, I'm going to just play the regular thing and get some kind of something. I'm going to come up with something. I'm trying to wake up even more. You guys, here we go. Sid, you ready?
Hey.
Uh-oh. I had to leave that. You love showing some skin. Huh? I like that hat.
I appreciate it. You can see the seed is kind of hidden there, the PC.
I like what it says PC.
No, it's the piece.
Oh, piece.
Yeah.
I love that's a fitted cap, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
That's nice. Is that yours?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we're gonna get to where you can get some merch today, y'all.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
How's your lovely wife?
Oh, she's phenomenal. She's phenomenal. Got all the kids smiling, and we're leaving for Miami tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going down.
You?
Yeah,
Now,
we're going down to hang out a little bit and see some people. And there's a 94-year-old guru. You know Swami Satchidananda? You ever heard of him?
Yes.
He is the
sent
only
me to a video of him.
Yes.
Way back. Yes.
Yeah.
You
Well,
remember that, do you?
Swami yeah, I do.
Okay.
Swami Satchidananda, the last living trainer under him is this guy. So we're gonna go see him this weekend.
So is this a personal thing where you're gonna be there or is it an event?
Well, it's they're
celebrating. Can I go?
They're celebrating Buddha. Yeah, you can come on in.
I ain't trying to spontaneously combust. I'll just play. Well, you know what? There's some of that is real. You know, when we say things joking, there's at least a little piece that's true, and that's how the universe goes. Here, over here, change that mindset because we don't feel like we've ascended to be even. I'm not worthy kind of thing, but we all are, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Well, look, I purposely avoided pulling up a resume because I have all your stuff. Hoping that TMZ starts paying people for dirt again. So, I mean, I better quit. Okay, but I'd like you to, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to let you have the stage for a moment to just tell people, share with all of us, what is it that you went to sleep with on your spirit and then you woke up with on your heart? Because it works. Things work when they're in there. And I'm doing that because I'm hearing right now, yoga, it doesn't start when you sit down on the mat or hit praying mantis or dog, whatever it is. It starts somewhere else. So we're going to get into that. So all you, take it away, and I'll be back in about 60 seconds. Sound good?
Awesome.
All right, all you, take it away.
All right.
Tricked you. I just remember when I used to drop you out. I missed you. Look at that. I still got tricks. There you go. I'm playing.
I'm going to start with this. What landed on my spirit. Well, first, have you ever heard of a quantum master healer? And if you have, awesome. And if you haven't, that's what I do. I help people find a state of inner peace to release anything going on in their life so that they can become everything that's available for them, to be connected in the greatest form of yourself. And what was on my spirit is 2 Thursdays ago, I started working with a young man who got a virus, and the virus landed him in a coma and eventually in the wheelchair. And his mom called because she knew we were going to do a healing thing in Tampa, but she happened to be exactly where Creator needed to put her, in Jacksonville. And so I started working with him, and within the week, he's now goes from being able to use his right arm, and that's it, to using his left arm, standing up. He walked on Tuesday, and he's about to walk across the stage this weekend. So after being in a wheelchair since February, that's what I love to do. I love being that God has given me that space to hold, to be a conduit for that level of shift for people so they can access their greatest healing and become everything they were meant to be. So that's what I do. I love doing it. Traveled the world, got the World Peace Award for it. Just doing the work. I love doing it.
I got one of them. They were on sale at the dollar store about, 6-7 months ago. I think there was only 2 left. I had a girl in the back and got mine. I'm just playing. I'm
right on. I appreciate it.
Well, you know what, Charles? Something's going on, and I know what it is. When I started being silly about something, it's because it's to remove that sticker that says beware. You know, the forces that work against, if we're working to do to ease suffering, then how did it get there? It's there. So something created and threw it in, right? And I take my tips from the comedians because they bring in the real talk, stuff that nobody else has the guts to talk about.
Yeah,
they bring into a joke.
Yeah.
Right. I want to go here because peace. 1444. I looked up at the thing. Do your angel's number? You can be talking to somebody and your eyes avert just and there, right?
When it's time, it's time.
Sorry. Wait a minute. I got a new. I do. It's real. I got a new keyboard stuff because I spilled wine about a year ago, and then one by one the keys started sticking. And I was like, I'm gonna take it apart and wash it. cheap ass, right? So anyway, I got a new one. I'm getting used to it. Big old buttons. But anyway, big old fingers. So I think it's time we start talking about, well, I don't want to use that word because it's bastardized, our why. You see what I mean? Listen, I was on a stage last night with some coaches and oh, you see up in the corner. I was going to take that out and it's still there. So now it can go. See that up there? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the last time. See, did you remember the last time you were sent by your boss, by your collective, by your team? Let's put it that way, because it needs to be humanized. I hear that the work and the workers that work with us, everything works for you. People will throw that out. So many cliches. And last night I had a coaching client in the audience, and I'm seeing people that asked about quotes, and they all went to and had to look them up and this, that, and other. And I remember when God told me, listen, boy, there's nothing wrong with those quotes. I love me some Maya Angelou, but not say nothing about Maya Angelou. Miss Jenkins. Remember her? But I did use Maya. People will remember how people will forget what you did. They'll forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you left them feeling, how you made them feel.
Right.
But I'm only using that to stick with it so you can find that one. But I remember the day it swapped, and God said, Lauren, because I was like, I want some quotes. And he said, good. Then live a life that's worth quoting. Changed everything. Quit like name dropping. When I was watching people when I first started, Sid, and I'm been last night. They throwing, it's funny how they think they easing it in nonchalantly, like you won't see the motive. God said to me then, if you're going to drop a name, make it mine and then yours. Right behind mine, because I can say God's name with my feet, with my actions, because actions speak louder than words. So I'll do the actions and it screams God, and then my feet, the actions are the feet, and then my mouth whispers my name. I can't co-sign for everything. That's where we're going. Remember my thing about pay to play. It's good for some people, but it must be an Achilles heel for me or something. Or because I won't. It is no, absolutely not. And I didn't have to ease into that because it felt like just because Sid jumps in the pool and there's piranha in there, I'm not going to get 8 if I jump in there.
Right.
There's a trick to it. So Sid, do you remember, tell us about a time you went somewhere and you thought you were surrounded by like people or like spirits and you get there and you find out you done punched in. Because we know we ain't never off the clock, right? You see what I mean? But I go to an event going to work, and then you get there and you find out you were dressing for the work. Go ahead, take the floor.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of situations like that where I think I'm going in for one thing and I end up in it for another. I'm in there because I think I'm going to just be with everybody.
Fellowship.
And then all of a sudden, oh, y'all don't get this. I mean, it even happened at the World Peace Award. I'm there with 30 monks.
Wow.
And I walk up to go sit with one of the monks who's absolutely amazing human being. And he's like, everyone's asking him a question. He said, stop. We actually need to listen to Sid. And I was like, oh, hold up now. So, and it wasn't anything negative in a sense. It was just, Sid, you need to actually speak up. And that's why I think I got that award. Had nothing to do with, it had a lot to do with what I had done, but it was more about creator saying, here you are, now go become what you're meant to be, so going beyond the limitations of my own mind of thinking this is where I am when this is where I'm becoming.
Yes. That's a great thing. Awards and recognition. Yes. Because think about it. You didn't apply for that award. Those are the things that were manifested on your behalf because it is proof of the good work. But it's multifaceted. See, a lot of people get the award, go put it up on a shelf and display it, and then don't even dust it off. Look, let me tell you something. I don't play with it. Let me see some dust on any of my blessings. I've sprayed my own black ass with this. Seriously, because look, God told me at the beginning, you found out the hard way, which in your case was the right way, because I don't make mistakes. That's just to keep your shit interesting. Because if you want the world to be interested, how can you not live a life that's interesting, right? Becoming. So you got to do things. Let's talk about being honest with yourself. That's why people are, oh, that was so cute and smart. But I tell back in the old days, like, that ain't a prop. That's a reminder. And I was talking to myself because when I didn't listen in a line for due north, look, you see, I'm reaching. God said within reach. I took him literally. Within reach. Look, you see, where'd I go? Right here, right? Because I put it there. Because this is the one I wear on my body. And I put it in the same spot that I know I'm going to be at the beginning of when I'm going to need it. This day. Not in the jewelry box. 4 o'clock. I might remember this. But I'm sitting right here. And you saw it fly in. And there it is. So talk about some of the things you keep in reach that are there. And you know why. Because
everywhere I go, I'm looking for where I'm going to sit so that I face the east when I wake up so I can meditate. Everywhere I go. I mean, I sit right here, sun comes up right over here. Because the most important start to my day is sitting and listening for Creator to speak. So the 2 hours I spend in meditation every day that's all the tool I need, which is wherever I am.
Uh-oh. They send it. Oh, you have been doing something. All the time I've known you. They sending a question through for you that I just ask you questions that I already knew to, just in case. But you in now. You got keys. I just playing. And and that's another thing too. We must have a vetting process. You can't just let, people smile. Oh yeah. Right. So let me ask you something. I've been hearing lately, I used to say, it's connected, like, first mind is connected to the Creator, is what I would say. Second mind is second, and if you up after that, it's second guessing. The clue tells you it's guessing. If you don't listen to what you hear first, good luck with that. But I would always say the Creator. And lately, that's about 5 months now, it just comes out. Well, when I speak with the creation, and I'm like, when did change that out? When you grew into it. Because I was saying greater than until I was certain. See, we can't just throw any old name against the wall and hope it sticks. You know why? Because they're not all into labels. Once you name something, it officially works for you as a dominionaire. It does. It works for you. But you got to know its name. If I just say, hey, you, in the airport, and I'm trying to get your attention, and I've known you 20 years, hey, excuse me, I got a name. Well, don't call me out of my name. We get all defensive. But we don't. No. Well, why is that? Why am I so sensitive about that? Okay, you see where I'm going? But when you name something, it works for you. But then here's the big piece. The definition, because you already set the intention down there. This is what I want. Peace. I want to heal. I want to give antidote. I don't want to talk about poison all the time. I want to talk about the one drop of the poison that has healed oceans. You see? So I want to ask you this. Definitions. A lot of people use words and stuff that's, I heard, blessed up.
I'm gonna give you one real quick.
Blessed up.
You bring up definitions. Here's one that I've been canceling, and it's
I got one too.
Most people say good what in the when the day starts?
Morning.
Well, in every other country they say buen dias, bonjour. They say good day.
Good day.
We say good morning, and I'm tired of watching people mourn in life. So I started saying good sunrise, good day. That's it. Like I'm starting with knowing that I'm creating from the moment I look. My wife and I have been working at this hardcore. We're not mourning when we wake up.
You're not what when you wake up?
We're not mourning when we wake up. So it's good sunrise, and we laugh when we say it. It's like, oh, yeah, we're done mourning life. But that's what they've done in this English language.
Yes.
Get people to mourn. Nope.
And that led to a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Even though it's spelled different, the body still hears it the same.
That's another thing. I heard, and I got instructions a while back that said, listen, now you need to learn battle cries and stuff like that. Which means they said learn the MO. You must learn the MO of what you're working against before you GO. You don't go on the battlefield without a plan. You got to learn how. So this led to, I said, okay, so I'm listening. They trick y'all with the three shell game. Which one is it under? Which one is it under? Hiding in plain, and then they distract you and switch a room. Hiding in plain sight. But God has done the same thing. How do you think you beat your enemy? You play its game.
Yeah.
So
you got to know the game to win the game. You can't.
Yes.
You can't want to win a football game and you playing basketball.
And that's a coach talking, y'all. And a great one. So we're moving. What do you think's happening? There's a shift. I feel it. Do you feel it?
Oh yeah, we're releasing this human arrogance. Human arrogance. Human arrogance. This is what because I got asked to finally write this book on meditation.
I know.
And so yesterday, I started really going in on it. And human arrogance is thinking we need to control, as if God can't get it there. Worry is another part of human arrogance. Worry says that it's going to be the way I think it was, and saying to God, no. And that thing you're talking about, hiding in plain sight, they've taught so many people to, what about the ego? But the ego, from someone I heard say it, I can't remember, edging God out.
I got you. Every time you say something, you done picked up an additional anointing since I've seen you last?
Yes, sir. It's time to go. It's time to go.
You really did. Because, it feels like Freon. I get dipped. Always been that way. And it's like, okay. Because it's seeping into it's a cellular thing. Very interesting. Yes. Thank you for saying that. I want to hear more about it later. I love the process. A lot of people don't want to hear about the process. They just bring my plate. I don't need to hear what it took to cook it. Fix me a plate. So, devil's advocate. There's another one. Let's talk about, I can't say it. It feels wrong. And I've been asking people for 3 years. Anybody need to come? Somebody needs to come up with a replacement for that. Any ideas? Because try to replace that and say what you mean.
God's creation.
And okay, God's creation. Wait, but you got to use it in context. Because look how they tricked us. Devil's advocate means that I'm going to side with the wrong thing for the purpose of clarity, like it's a teaching moment.
That's still God's creation.
Okay,
so nothing exists if God didn't allow it to be here. So therefore, it's all really good. We just have to find the goodness in it. So God's creation says, what's the goodness in the advocate?
Okay. Ding. And listen, this boiled egg is good. I thought I was going to be able to hold and wait. Here's what we need to do, I think. So when we're talking about this, see how you came up with what worked for you? Because you set the definition behind what that is that just came out of your mouth. So it works. But if you would just repeat a clever phrase, you're a parrot. There's no protection because for it to mean something, for it to be meaningful and do what you just wanted to do, it must be full of meaning. Not spritzed with it. Not Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Meaning, your soul. So when you said devil's advocate, you said, I'll replace it with God's creation, right? And then here they come with their backup. The next day, that person who's saying God's creation, you don't stop at one. If you see one, you best believe that hole was big enough for a bunch. So you got to start looking, because the next one's sitting over there, and you go, here I go, because that's a good way to eat an egg without being rude, which I've been doing anyway. Is this? Damn, Sid. Them deviled eggs are good as hell. They're good. What about the hell?
Right.
Now see how they lead you back down the rabbit hole. Oh, this is good as hell, girl. Ain't said blessing the first, but giving credit. But wait a minute. Now let's go to, that's a good thing. Celebrate. But when it's a crisis, a scare, something's on the line, something's hurt, some loss is pending or happening or happened. Oh hell, help me, hell. You ever heard that? No. Oh my God. Oh Lord, no. Oh Jesus.
Or even the phrase that a lot of people say, I love you to hell.
Who say that?
People say that. Like,
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, I say
I love you
to
life. Hell?
I love the hell out of you.
There it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. For me, I love the heavens out of you. Like I am at the point in my life where I know I'm creating it. So I am speaking the word into the world the way I want to see it.
Wait, that one could work, Sid. No, loving the hell out, because love heals.
True, but I don't want to even bring the hell into him in the first place.
No, but if it's already existent, I'm going to stick with you through this addiction. I ain't going to leave your ass. We got kids. You get that alcohol and let that bitch be in this house again. And in my bed too. You see what I mean?
I'd rather love you to life.
There. Or love you out of hell. Because I get your point. You're absolutely right. We cannot be vague. It's like this. Because if you're doing it there, it's really the speech is the spell. It is the manifestation. That's the beginning of thought is, and then it converts. So the thing. So for instance, I tell people all the time, you don't think this is important to get under check? Then okay, next time you say, "Ooh, I'm praying. I want some more money this year," and then you look down and find a quarter, and that's all the extra you got. You weren't specific. I am going to find. I need an opportunity that provides me enough added blessing, increase, prosperity, because money is not value. We leave value out. I had to go back and put my own self in there. So see it. Let's tie in what we're talking about. These dupings. We're like zombies. No wonder people love zombie movies. I can't stand them, but they love them. And zombies ain't doing nothing but mindlessly
going to eat humans.
What do you do in your grounding? We're going to put it up on the screen. Let's look at the list of things they love to promote that they do and agree and say, oh, me too. A lot of people, I believe, wait, where's the thing? This new stuff. Is this off or on? Did I turn it off when I hit it? I did. Okay, my mouse. There it is. Oh, okay, look. So, going through the motions.
Uh-huh.
Started with myself. I didn't know I was doing it, but I was. But Maya Angelou, if you teach, you must live your teachings. Oh, that was one of the recent downloads. Because if you tell the world you this is what you do, you heal this, you work in this, and you lying, or you're not qualified all the way yet, all of a sudden God gonna create the situation where you're gonna have to exist in it since you own it. Right, okay, right. Do what you told him to do.
Live it to give it.
Right. So, Sid, why do you think it is? Like, for instance, Sid, my friend, I don't know, she almost OD'd last night, and what do you say? Oh, I'm praying for her. We on Facebook or something. I'm praying. Done. I need prayers. We put it on Facebook. But a lot of people don't send it anywhere else. They talk to us about it, but ain't prayed themselves. They haven't asked. Or
man, I ain't asking for people's prayers.
What about this? Who do you think came up with this as an emoji? Something to replace it coming out of your mouth, because you got to speak it for it to be full of meaning. You hit an emoji and
Mm.
ain't set up. Remember when you were little, did you have to say blessings before you eat? You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that when you were
I
little?
still do. Everything.
Right. Okay, but
Even
this
my
was
water.
me.
Like, yes.
This was me. Say your blessing. Okay. And my grandma was like, spit that out. I said, what? Spit it out. Well, I'm going to take the whole plate. Boy, don't play with me. And she sat down. She said, listen, that's not a game. That is showing respect. That is, what if that was poison? What if it, and she didn't, I said, poison? Who's going to, she said, it doesn't have to be a person. Something could have attached to it. It could have been anything. But you're not just saying, oh, I'm scared to fix it. You're saying, I'm grateful. Because you keep fixing me through nourishment and growth and healing. Oh, see, what are we going to do?
Yeah. Teach people how to be.
We
can get back to that. Because that's where we come from, right? A baby comes in, they're connected. They're being the baby. And then all of a sudden, something in life happens that causes us to think that we need to survive. But in that moment of survival, we've kicked into the ego, which is edging God out. When there is no need to survive, like at 3 years old, when I went back to the light, I knew that God always had me. I've always known that. So even the couple times I've gone blind in my life, the lack of use of everything in my body, all those things, God has always had me. Now, at one point, I needed to have faith, a belief system to get beyond that. And then when this last time I went blind, 2022, I now know. So I don't need to go back to faith. I know it. So I can surrender to what I know and live into a being again. So it's just moving completely around that circle to get back to being. And at some point when I know it, I have to surrender to what I know.
So say, what do you think, Retraction? What do you know about that door? Why do you, why is it that was the door, the blind? What does that represent? Because every element of an experience, when you're being taught the lesson you will teach. See, people think that's I'm cursed. I heard, see, count it all joy is not the only confirmation that it is working for you. That's another one. It's not working against you. It's working for you. But that was not created to be a bumper sticker.
Everything's a spiritual awakening if you allow it to be. And so everything that I've ever experienced, when I'm coming into the experience, I'm like, all right, what's the awakening that's happening here? It's like, here's the pressure from the universe on a piece of coal to become the diamond. And we are becoming the diamonds of our own lives. We are meant to sparkle. We're meant to shine. We're meant to turn the light all the way up. You're already enlightened. If you're listening to me, you're enlightened. The light is inside of you. Now turn it all the way up, which sometimes looks like having pressure from different moments just to realize who I really am. That's it. It's all a spiritual awakening. It's all becoming full on light.
Do you believe? Guess what? They just got to download. You ready for this? Man, when I get there, wherever it is, first thing I'm going to say, okay, where the download hall, where the download factory? Because I want to know who was sitting at the one pushing my download button, because I want to give them a hug. I'm not kidding. Just now, they were saying, y'all, tell them this. You know that, I think it's Best Buy, got that button, that big red and white button, and they was like, you hit it and it fixes everything. You remember that was a commercial, and people were buying them. They were on their desk. You cannot bless through auto blessing. There's no such thing as an auto blessing. I'm writing it down. That's a keynote. Right? Don't put your power on auto blessing. You must speak it. What do they say? And first, there was the word. What's the four agreements say? Be impeccable with your word.
In the beginning was the word, and the word became.
Yes. In the beginning was the word. And
now, here's the thing about that. So in the beginning was the word. Well, who was it speaking to?
In the beginning was the word.
You ever think about that?
Yeah. existence. It was speaking it into existence. Because look at this one. I don't know if I had this one when you were here before. You ready for this?
Give it to me.
This is an access piece. This is for all y'all who feel lonely. That was me. I still joke about it. I joke about it. When I say the black male Betty White, I'm trying to be the black ass male Betty White. I'm hiding my intention in plain sight because everybody, that's what I want. Because if it happened, that means if an enemy in there, one of the things that they're going to laugh their way right past me. You see, because I'm telling you, anything I really want, I find a way to make people agree by, I hide it in plain sight. I wrap it. That's sending something out in purpose. And so I think this is a two-way dilemma. Number one, we have a responsibility to ourselves. I am going to start literally. I'm probably in my sacred journal. I will keep it within reach. There it is, right? I bet you if you had a bee thing, allergy or something, that EpiPen ain't go. Where the EpiPen? Go over in the attic. Them boxes back in the corner. I swear I saw when was that? 2 years ago, John? Yeah, it's up there. So look underneath them old rags I put up there. Your EpiPen. Hope you don't die by then. Hurry up for your throat close up, baby. Mama love you. Oh, what's on Young and the Restless today? What if it was like that? Things like healing. What if every one of the times you had a scar or a bite or something, every other one healed and the rest never did? See what I mean? Now, you know something about this I'm hearing. When they show you, you literally are having an effect on those things that do not serve you. They getting pissed. You done shook up the damn hornet's nest. What is that? What do you do when you see that? How do you use that? How do you take that? What's that? What's that do for you?
You know me, I am very much aware of frequencies. It's all frequency, right?
Woo,
and so
that's my cue. Frequency spray. I'm playing with it. I reach for it. You see it's there? When you believe, prove it.
Yes.
Don't hit an emoji. I'm fitting her. Because one day when you're there, you're going to say, now you see what happened was, why you didn't do what I asked you? You said you, what happened? Wait a minute. You don't know the whole story. That. So keep going.
And because I know about frequencies, it's like anyone listening right now, and you can go outside of your house, you probably see the same people, but yet there's millions of people, billions of people on earth, millions of people living around you. In my neighborhood, there's a couple thousand people, but I see the same 5 to 6, maybe 10 people every day.
Now, are they following a route? I'm just trying to.
No, it's just random.
These aren't people walking the neighborhood. Okay, so just you see them
random.
Got them in different places.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, all over town. You know, Jacksonville's the largest city mass of all cities in the states, over 1 million people, and I run into the same people. So now, how is that? Because of frequency. Your frequency is what you frequently see. If you see it, it's your frequency. If you're not seeing it, it's because it's not in your frequency. So that's it for me. Like, I know, here it is. I've got this candle sitting here. It's got a little Buddha on it.
That's a good one.
You know, I've got
frequently.
I've got this book over here, the Sutras of Great Liberation. I keep the things around. Melody Beatty, this is a staple in my life. Journey to the Heart.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Within reach. Now, you weren't always that way, I bet, were you? Yeah, when you didn't know, it was
no. I mean, you know, I had my Legos.
But once you knew,
now I keep things around that I want around, and I let the rest go. Like, we sold everything in 2019, emptied our house.
Yeah.
The only things in this house are things we want in our house. Like, I'm here to tell you, there's no old pictures of old girlfriends or boyfriends with my wife.
Yeah.
That's all we have is what we want in our house.
Thanks for clearing that up. Because I was going to say, I knew you and Denzel had something back in there. I knew that was you. I just like, he had to clean that. That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
about my wife.
Right. I mean, you got to
I'm
stay
on here with a gay guy. I don't know, but
Like,
don't get it twisted. I ain't talking about me.
I mean, like we
No,
could.
but listen.
I could be sitting here saying I'm a cat. I'm not saying that. So
No.
I want people to know exactly what I'm saying. So
There you go. There you go. See, we can do that because there's an object lesson. When you're around somebody, clarify. That's definition. You're making sure it doesn't go somewhere it shouldn't because you didn't mean it that way.
right, you got to now, especially the higher you climb, the more people want to quote you to make your quote look like theirs. So you better be clear on it, or they're going to sneak it in as something different, and that's not it for me.
No,
you don't get to play that game.
Right. So this came up last night. They asked, I'm the fourth one. So it starts down there with the moderator and comes down to the end, right? He said, okay, like the third question. Each of you coaches, could you share a quote that's a favorite quote? And I was like, sometimes you're in a situation when you're there. That's how I know something's going on other than what I knew was going on the way to what was going on. And I hear that question, and immediately I go to my Maya Angelou. I'm going to use that one. Did I say this already?
Yeah.
Because I've had 3 phone calls this morning, and I've used that. I said this already. That at the function last night.
Yeah.
And I said, if you want, and guys, I had the quote, but I was told to listen. But if you want to keep quoting other people all your life, that's fine.
I'm gonna give you my quote. Here's my quote.
Wait.
Quote.
But okay, it ties in. There you go. See, you got dipped. They said it's good you use other people's quotes, but their stairway to get you to the top where you now see a table where you put where yours are laying out. And what do you read? Everything you lived. See, if you want people to quote you, live a life that is quotable.
Yes.
Because that means in order for people to remember something, it has to be something that matters to them. Well, why would they memorize it?
Your frequency is what you frequently see. But here's the quote that actually brings that forward. All of life is determined by your connection. It's in my book. All of life is determined by your connection.
I'm ready for you. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. And it's allowed. There it is. But see, y'all think I'm joking like I'm like a jigging, but I'm backing up what we're saying here. It's like this. He didn't hit the emoji. He prayed. You didn't just say the quote, it's in your book. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to live it. Like people want the world to be X, Y, and Z. If you're not living X, Y, Z, you're not going to see X, Y, Z. If you're living a certain way and you're seeing ABCs, that's because you are ABC.
How do you think?
Another bad creation.
What were you seeking when you found your wife, Liz?
Becoming the partner I wanted in my life.
See, I remember when Brian told me yes, and I didn't think that was a word that would ever apply to me in any way positive for a long time, 40 years. And he said, I said, how can you be so sure? And guess what he said to me? Because it has been my life's work, my heart's desire to become the person that I am looking for. I tell Micah, don't search for Mr. Right or Miss Right. Search to become that. And it will draw that to you. And when I say I lost it, I released it. It was like bear traps. Just went clank and open up. It freed me. It was just amazing. And so that leads us to motive and yoga. Or it always sounds like, to me, it feels like if I were to have done it, embraced it, because I go, I'll look for another thing. A guy says, well, if you're going to go look for another thing to replace that, what are the quality? How are you going to vet it? So what were you expecting there? What was calling you and what were you calling for? You must know, right? So I always felt like grounding and yoga and affirmations, not vision board, but a reset. Like when the people at the fancy restaurants come along with that little thing that get the crumbs off the table, because the crumbs, recently I've been hearing this. Before you, okay, they're coming to get the crumbs, but don't assume all the bread has been ate up. Somebody might have stolen and just left the crumbs, and you settling, well, licking your fingers so they'll stick to it. No, seek. Where's that? Where's the loaf? Can we have another loaf? More bread? See what I'm saying? So everything it's a representation of something out there because it's a representation of something in here or that's around us that we don't see with these eyes. Insight. What is insight for you? Give us an example of what you got through insight.
Oh, insight. Continuing to look inside of myself for the sight that I needed to see. The second time I lost my sight.
That's what I asked you. It's a thing.
And with the second time I lost my sight, and I had surgery on one eye to start bringing it back to where they already knew I had to clear it out. I needed to itch my face, so I asked the doc if I could take the lid off. And I was like, uh-oh, so this eye might work. Let me sneak a peek. I opened my eye and looked, and there was my wife. And I realized, man, I have not seen the beauty of God's world.
Insight. Yeah. See how
that was it. It was a different vantage point when I got the insight from the experience. You know, it's like people look to understand. Well, that's heavy. That's knowledge. Understanding is wisdom. Overstanding is a connection to God that's beyond thought. When I got that level of sight, I began to overstand life.
Where you been? You done been off to awakening camp or something? Wait a minute. Hey, say it again. Oh,
Understanding is knowledge. Understanding is wisdom. Overstanding is a connection to God.
See, this is exactly what I was praying would happen today. Because, and we're coming to the full circle of this morning show, conversation, because we're not performing, that's for sure. That definition, understanding, and being purposeful, don't become a cliche.
Well, there's a lot of smart books, but you got to become the book.
But the thing is, I'm telling you, Sid, you can get the stuff, but make it your own. Okay, you can see all the competitions with singers and stuff. She took Whitney Houston. She's singing Whitney Houston. You know what I mean? Or something like, can't nobody sing Aretha's. But once in a while, a person will come along and take somebody's song and they make it their own. They didn't plagiarize. They didn't make it. They didn't cut off and put in this lyric and take that one out usually. But it was the interpretation and the way they handed it forward with their soul's imprint. It's like this. If you're going to hand somebody something to celebrate, make it spiritual champagne and make sure it's not flat. Because the thing about victory over evil and death and all those things that don't serve us is when the bubbles tickle your nose. You see what I'm saying? I want bliss. Happiness for me is the grapes. I got to stomp them. I got to pick them. I got to grow them. The wine that makes the champagne, that is the journey. That is the learning who I am and learning to let people be who they are. And then comes the bubbles. When you celebrate, what do teams do, coach? And it's,
Actually, you know what they've been doing?
Come out.
They're now actually opening water bottles.
Yes.
And dousing each other with water.
Well, that's I got to chill again. Baptism.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Baptism. It's a lot more cost effective.
Cleansing. Yes.
Bottle of Don Perignon and water, two different things.
And water, life.
Yes.
Living flow. When you put a dam in water, how it takes a while for all the bacteria and things and spores and anything that kills bacteria, spores, fungi to grow. And they say as soon as you unplug it, within seconds, healing has replaced it. It starts moving in and moving it out. It's just amazing, right? So before we go, do you believe we're in a time of transition in a big, big way? I believe this is one of the greatest times to be walking this earth because it's swapping out. I think the former world is being passed. This too shall pass, moving away for a different time.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, I look at, the platform people can contact you to get on VidMe. Where VidMe.
Yeah.
What is that? A whole different level of streaming and connection and being there for everybody. Now all of a sudden someone that loves, like we got Mike Casanova, we got Robert Brooker, we got Chris, all these different people. They love your show. Now they share your show when it's on VidMe, they get paid, and so do you. See, that's different.
I saw something about that just the other day.
Yeah, that's different. That's different than, I'm gonna share this $600 billion worth of industry so that the owners of Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Now why wouldn't we make sure that everybody is taken care of? It's like that old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. Well, to me, Rise is real impact supports everyone. That's real impact, beyond the trickle effect that goes back to the one feeding.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where I think we're going. We are getting that Ubuntu. When we go together, we go further.
We sure do. Power we. I got a shameless plug in me too. That's right. Well, it took one letter to change the whole meaning. Imagine if my event was called the Power of Me. I'd be the only one there. Still, because I'd be saying, ain't nobody coming. Right. The enemy, things that don't serve us, that's their goal, is to separate us from fellowship, to trick us into believing we are all alone.
And that's impossible. We can't be separated. We can't be separated. That's the biggest lie told, is the fact that we could be separated from anything. Everything is one.
And if it's not, it was your choice.
Yes.
Choose. Just choose. Like Maya said, just do right. You don't have to ask anybody what's right. Just do right. It'll satisfy your spirit, your soul, and it will protect you in a way that bodyguards never could. There you go. No weapon formed against you, but it don't say shit about those weapons you create and say, here, take this and try this on me. Take that with you today. Be impeccable with your word, and you'll be impeccable when you're heard. Just take it and do something with it. Sid, I want to thank you. Where can people find you?
SidMcNairy.com. The new website is opening any day now, or you can go to artofpeacefulliving.com, either one of those, and Sid McNairy on all social media platforms.
Man, your calves must be this big because you have climbed a lot of heights since I was last in your presence, and I'm very encouraged by it. I'm serious. My face is smiling, but more importantly, so is my spirit. And that, for me, is everything. So thank you for that. And say hello to Liz, won't you?
I sure
will.
Thank
you so much.
Thank
I appreciate it. Listen, on the screen right now, currently 1,000 of you are here all the way to the end. I could say, wow, 1,000 people. But that's a nice round number. That's a millennium. Guess what? Leave your word. Leave your message today. How do you know that number doesn't represent how many years people will be served through it? It's possible. Think about it. You guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, God willing, out on the front porch, and just get out. Make the world a better place. You need one E and one R. Take great to greater, bright to brighter, strong to stronger, kind to kinder. Now, don't let my screen door slam on your way out of here. And remember, every day I say it, and I absolutely mean it. Dr. Lauren loves you. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Sid? Man. Yeah. Stay backstage for a second. Dude, you could have warned him. Man, ooh-wee. Told you I started with ooh-wee and ended. How you spell it? You spell it with joy. Bye, y'all. Get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow.
so